Imagine a country where happiness isn't just a personal goal. It's a constitutional right. A place where education and healthcare are completely free. Traffic lights don't exist, and every decision about development is weighed against cultural preservation and the well-being of citizens. This is Bhutan, a tiny Himalayan kingdom often called the world's happiest nation. But today, Bhutan is facing a crisis. Young people are leaving in record numbers, chasing careers and opportunities abroad, and many never come back. Now, Bhutan's king has a bold plan to change that by building an entirely new city from scratch. But this isn't your typical mega project filled with skyscrapers and shopping malls. This will be a city designed for mindfulness, not profit. A place where modern innovation meets centuries-old wisdom, and it just might be the most unusual urban experiment in the world. To understand why this new city matters so much, we need to understand Bhutan itself. For most of its history, Bhutan remained almost completely isolated from the outside world. Tourism only began in 1974. Television and the internet, they didn't arrive until 1999. The country's way of life is deeply spiritual and closely tied to its Buddhist traditions. Time moves slower here, and community, nature, and harmony are valued more than speed or competition. Even Bhutan's development philosophy is unique. In the 1970s, the fourth king introduced the concept of gross national happiness, a radical idea that a country's success should be measured not just by GDP, but by the well-being of its people, the preservation of culture, and the protection of the environment. It's an idea that captured the world's imagination. And for decades, Bhutan became a symbol of how a nation could resist the pressures of globalization. But in recent years, Bhutan has faced growing challenges. The economy is still heavily dependent on agriculture and hydropower exports to India. While this has kept the country's carbon footprint impressively low, Bhutan is one of the few nations in the world that is carbon negative. It's also limited the creation of high-paying jobs. Many young Bhutanese are leaving to study or work overseas, particularly in Australia, India, and the Gulf countries. For a small country of just over 770,000 people, this brain drain is a serious concern. Every departure means fewer doctors, engineers, and entrepreneurs to build Bhutan's future. If this trend continues, Bhutan risks losing the very qualities that make it unique: its strong sense of community, its connection to nature, and its self-reliant spirit. In December 2023, Bhutan's king, Jigme Khesar Namgyel Wangchuk, announced a stunning solution: the Gelephu Mindfulness City, a new self-administered urban district near the southern border with India. Covering an area roughly the size of Hong Kong, the city's mission is to create a sustainable hub where Bhutanese can find opportunity without abandoning their homeland. But unlike the glass and steel mega-developments we see in places like Dubai or Singapore, Gelephu Mindfulness City will be built with low-rise structures, wide green spaces, and architecture inspired by Bhutan's heritage. It's not meant to be a showcase of wealth. It's meant to be a model for balanced living. The master plan is unlike anything else on the planet. The city will be threaded together by a network of monumental bridges, each crossing one of the many rivers that flow through the area. But these bridges aren't just for transport. They'll double as public spaces. One will house a temple where people can meditate above the water. Another will hold a healthcare center combining modern Western medicine with Bhutan's traditional healing practices. Two of these bridges will be truly extraordinary. One will contain an international airport, built over a flowing river to preserve aquatic life, while the other will combine a hydroelectric dam with a temple at its heart. The airport's design is a masterpiece of cultural fusion. Its terminal will use locally sourced glulam beams arranged in a diamond grid structure. Strong, sustainable, and reminiscent of Bhutan's traditional craftsmanship. The building will be surrounded by courtyards, shaded walkways, and trees, creating a calming experience for travelers instead of the usual noisy chaos of airports. The dam will feature stepped terraces inspired by ancient Indian stepwells, allowing both function and beauty to coexist. It will provide renewable energy while serving as a place of spiritual reflection. One of the most striking aspects of Gelephu Mindfulness City is its commitment to the environment. By law, at least 60% of Bhutan's land must remain forested, and this city will honor that principle. No building will be taller than 6 stories, reducing the need for carbon-intensive materials like steel and concrete. Flood control will be handled naturally through paddy fields and green buffer zones, rather than massive concrete drainage systems. Roads will use permeable paving to allow rainwater to soak into the ground, and wildlife corridors will ensure that animal migration patterns are not disrupted. This design isn't just about sustainability. It's about creating a city where nature and humans share the same space in harmony. The King's plan is ambitious but deliberately paced. The goal is to complete major infrastructure within 10 years, focusing on quality over speed. Bhutan knows it doesn't yet have the workforce to handle a project of this scale. Instead of importing foreign labor for everything, the government plans to bring in global experts to train Bhutanese workers. The idea is that decades from now, these same workers could lead sustainable city projects around the world. This is a nation investing not just in buildings, but in its people's skills. Of course, big visions always come with big questions. Around the world, there are plenty of examples of new cities that never lived up to their promises. Some became expensive ghost towns. Others turned into playgrounds for the wealthy while ignoring ordinary citizens. Supporters of Gelephu Mindfulness City say its low-rise, nature-first approach makes it different. By focusing on public spaces, affordable housing, and integration with Bhutan's cultural values, they hope to avoid the fate of failed mega-developments. Still, there's a question no one can answer yet. Will this be enough to keep Bhutan's youth from leaving? Will it create the kinds of careers and opportunities that a new generation demands? Or will it become another beautiful but underused project? As of now, planning and early groundwork have begun, with teams working on environmental surveys and community consultations. The King himself has pledged to work alongside citizens, even contributing his own labor, a gesture that has inspired thousands to volunteer time, skills, and even food to support the effort. If all goes according to plan, the first bridges and core infrastructure could be completed within the next few years. By the mid-2030s, Gelephu Mindfulness City could be home to tens of thousands of residents, a working airport, a hydropower dam, and a global reputation as one of the most unique cities on Earth. Gelephu Mindfulness City is more than a construction project. It's a national experiment, a test, to see if development can happen without sacrificing cultural identity or environmental integrity. If it succeeds, it could inspire other countries to rethink how they build cities in the 21st century. And for Bhutan, it could be the key to keeping its most precious resource, its people, at home. Because in the end, this isn't just about building a city. It's about protecting a way of life that has survived for centuries and proving that happiness can be more than just an ideal. It can be the foundation for an entire society. If you enjoyed this video, please support us by subscribing to Unthinkable for more incredible stories about mega projects from around the world.